Whether you are a learner driver or new to driving, experienced or a nervous driver, these intersections can catch you off guard. Double lane roundabouts. If you've ever felt unsure which lane to pick, when to enter, or how fast the car from the right side is actually coming, you're not alone. This video is designed for learners as well as any other driver who wants to feel more comfortable navigating busy roundabouts. I'm going to slow things down in this video and use the real drone footage so I can walk you through exactly what's happening, especially when it comes to anticipation, timing, speed and safe gaps. See, in this scenario, there's a car following the little Jeep in the right lane, but it's getting a bit too close. That's not ideal. You should always keep about a 2-second gap. Now, on this double roundabout, that car had plenty of time to go. You can see the distance, even though the car coming from their right went straight through. So it was perfectly fine to proceed here. In the next example, the blue car also had plenty of time to clear in front of the oncoming traffic, and the white car with the sunroof had enough room too, at least 6 car lengths in my opinion, before the traffic from the right caught up. How about this one? Do you think that you, the driver, committed to turning a bit too soon? It probably would have been better to wait for the car in front to clear first. Timing and lane selection are both critically important. In this situation, you've got to start looking early, from a distance. See, I can tell from far back that that taxi driver is well away, so I don't need to wait for it. That was plenty of time to go before the taxi. But if you don't look early enough, there's no way you'll plan in time. Even if you are an experienced driver, early planning is the mother of good flow when it comes to driving. Now, I'm about 100 meters from the intersection. Time to start anticipating. The van's coming straight through, the black car's coming my way, but I can go before it. If I hadn't looked early enough, I wouldn't have noticed that the van was exiting and the black car was heading my way. There wouldn't have been enough time to execute that maneuver with precision. If you're finding this breakdown helpful, give it a like so more drivers can see it too. Here's a great example of when a driver makes unnecessary pause, probably as a result of late observation. The red hatchback could have comfortably gone before the silver SUV. There was definitely enough space. Within 4 seconds, that second car could have cleared too, but only if the driver anticipated early. Now, check out the ute in the bottom left corner. He's creeping forward slowly, waiting for the opportunity, then just manages to squeeze in front of that silver car, leaving around 3 car lengths in front and behind. That was well anticipated. It was safe, but I wouldn't recommend learner drivers or those with limited experience to try this without professional supervision. My advice to anyone unsure about roundabouts and how to proceed safely: if you have a slightest doubt, don't go. Wait for a better opportunity. Here's an extra tip. Trust your vehicle's capability, especially if you're driving a heavy vehicle. This truck probably weighs around 5 to 6 tons, yet it still managed to get through effortlessly before the traffic from the right caught up. Now, there's a perfect example of a busy double lane roundabout. Anticipating from a distance, a few cars there, I'm waiting patiently. Now I can proceed because I could see the last car was exiting straight through. To finish up nicely, check your mirror to make sure nothing important changes behind you. That's the key to a stress-free roundabout experience. Here's another ideal scenario. I barely slowed down. There was no cars and I'd already anticipated from a distance, so it was easy to take the opportunity. Same here, I hardly slowed down because I could clearly see what was happening well ahead, and I trusted that I'd get through well before any cars caught up from the right or opposite direction. People often ask me, what's the speed limit in roundabouts? Well, it's the same as the road you're on, but remember, you have to drive to conditions. If the road conditions change, you need to slow down accordingly. Give yourself time to judge the speed and distance of oncoming traffic and always be aware of what's happening in both lanes. I hope that observing these drivers will make your roundabout encounters a little less intimidating. Even if one person drives differently and safer because of this video, it's worth every second. As always, feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.